We can roll if we want, but chat, we may have another match here. Fast versus Loreley. Fast has 120 ping and is playing with some whack camera settings.
Want to hear my favorite EDM song? Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
$10 donated. Alternating servers? No, we're not gonna do alternating servers. Loreley gets really bad ping on US East. He gets like 130, 140, and if we had re-rolled this server, we could give Fast slightly better ping. Sorry, I've been just showing the scoreboard like crazy at the start, but I've been watching Fast ping. It's coming down to around 100 though, so it's not good. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. They do say green. It's probably, you know, yellow is a more accurate depiction of fast ping on these EU servers. But Loreley's in Turkey. Loreley's in Turkey, so his US East ping is especially bad, and his EU ping is not that good in the first place. So I think we're gonna run it all on EU, see how Fast can do. Fast rated 13 in the world right now. We just checked. Loreley, I think, was 36 or something close to 36. So both these guys top players. Fast playing a lot on stream. I doubt we've ever had him play Loreley. We've been doing a lot of NA versus EU stuff today because we are streaming nice and early when both North America and Europe are online. For North America, it is, you know, a nice mid-afternoon, and for EU, I imagine it's actually pretty late. Late night gaming, at least a little bit. So Loreley and Fast. Loreley played in Feer Fest on the EU side. I think he made the bracket. Yeah, he did. He made the playoff bracket, got knocked out by Daniel, just barely too. In the best of 5, Loreley got knocked out. But a high-level player. I think he surprised a lot of people in Feer Fest. Thrown in a pool that maybe, you know, he wasn't expected to succeed in, but he did, and proved to be one of the better players.
Here's a poem. Hogs with dogs, mods with rods, fear with beer. Welcome to my TED Talk.
Okay, Eros. Quite the poem for the $20.69 donation. $30.69 for these guys. I'm just going to tell them $30 prize, by the way. I won't mention the 69 cents. But thank you, man. The mod duo, Buried in Eros, throwing in a nice prize pool. Much, much appreciated. I think Eros is also already dropped $50 earlier today. So dropping the big bucks on the 1v1 show matches today. Much appreciated. Loreley not playing the Stocktain today. He has changed the wheels. I think he is frequently a Stocktain player. I think you can find any one of these guys in the Stocktain at any time. Fast has decided to upgrade his 1v1 game. He is playing the Fennec, even though I don't think he normally does. I want to say he's an Octane main for the most part. But now he's decided to go nuclear with 1v1s and switch to the Fennec. It's funny, Loreley is maybe the fastest player that we've had play from EU. That's the way he likes to play. I think it'd be interesting to see if we could look up average game speed, you know, for these players, because you can always see what looks like a player playing at a constant faster pace, but you never really know if you know, it just looks that way, or if their car is physically moving faster the, you know, majority of the match. I'm sure we could get that data if we really wanted to, but I wouldn't be surprised to find out Loreley is one of the faster, if not the fastest, EU 1v1er. He loves to fly around the field fast. On the other side, he may not be a fast player necessarily in terms of his comrades in his region, but he just keeps it in the name. A nice, humongous flick crossbar down, and he doubles it up to finish it off. It would have been a shame to not see that monster of a flick go in. Fast for the midfield possession, pulling it up into a dribble. Should be an easy save for Loreley, although it ended up being close because Fast was setting that up from outside the net, meaning, you know, at best, he's going to just barely get it inside the post. Usually defenders have a pretty easy time predicting where the offender's going. when there's only one place for them to go. Fast, a booming power shot. Lorley was looking to try and set up defense on the wall as he picks up this midfield boost. Thought maybe Fast was going to be dribbling high, but he thought wrong and could not correct his trajectory fast enough before Fast puts up a 4-2 lead with a minute 24 left to go. Lorley gets the flip reset low, can't use it for much. Fast is just trying to wait patiently. I don't know if he's hoping that Lorley thinks he has less boost than he does, because he is sitting on a lot and had been refusing to use it. Of course, now completely empty on his trip down the field. Fast, is that aerial shot enough? Lorley, normally so quick, this time looking a little bit slow to react, as he can't decide whether or not he wants to pick up that boost or not, and that first lip is so far away from the net. Just the indecision from Lorley. I think he would have been better off even if he went to go pick up that midfield boost and then use the boost to come back, or immediately rushing to net. But what he can't do is sit there and trying to decide for too long. Fast, a nice 50 and a great touch to keep the bounce going, to make sure his power shot goes screaming inside that near post before Lorley can get there. 6-2, and the ping obviously not too much of a hindrance for the young gun Fast. Not able to take any shot attempts off of this chip up setup. Lorley doing his best to stay in the play with zero boost. We see basically everyone now in 1v1 doing those wave dashes on the side wall, and you could just see the evolution of the game happening right in front of our eyes, because before we never saw players even trying them. Right now, I'd say we're at the stage of players doing those wave dashes on the wall, and they don't seem useful yet. For the most part, they almost always just seem irrelevant. But I have a feeling we're going to break into a time when those are going to become very useful, and all the players who have been at the cutting edge of making sure they know how to do them will be rewarded. Fast, this air dribble not going to go in, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't need it. 7-2. Fast taking this game number one, or maybe 7-3 as this one will bounce in what is a EU versus NA best of 5. Fast and Lorley, North America, taking game number one. Lorley gonna channel the power of Dignitas though for the second game. Great angle by Fast. Just a setup off the back wall. I don't know if he was trying to go for an immediate kickoff goal or not, but he ends up getting a great roll and fall off the wall to have just the right angle. Fast put possession on the kickoff. Didn't like the initial setup on the side wall. Lorley doing a good job to pre-jump that air dribble. Does not want to leave Fast open with space. Great clear himself. Fast trying to stay in the play. Actually succeeded in doing so as he broke up the dribble by Lorley. Both these two are just not slowing down right now, playing with the flow of the ball, and either one of them wants to give up on possession. Lorley finally with a little bit of space, but doesn't have any boost to make a play off of it. He has had a couple crazy saves. Oh my goodness, Fast. This is basically an open net miss if he doesn't score, and Lorley does cover it. I think Fast could have had a shot there. Lorley not the best of shot attempts, but a great power slide and pre-flip to cut off the counterattack. One of these two threatening to score here. Many minutes of nothing after Fast going up early 1-0. Lorley winning this race in front of Fastnet. I not going to be able to get a shot attempt, but is forced to win it in order to try and maintain possession. Fast, whether he meant to or not, flipping through the challenge and taking Loreley out of the game. Bounce dribble for Fast. Thought he saw Loreley playing it too close. Tried to flick it over him, and I don't think he's going to be able to get back here. No. He sends it off the post, but Loreley dunking it in for a first. Took a couple minutes to get there. A minute 50 before Loreley got the tying goal. Fast. A nice catch down from the back wall. A faraway lob. It's going to cost him a lot of boost to get there, but he does so well. And now at midfield, the air dribble, potential bump. No, he just tries to accelerate it above Loreley. Loreley doing a good job not to get caught out. Able to tap it up off the backboard and trying to decide whether or not he wants to challenge early. He has the boost to do whatever he wants, but he's going to turn around for a shadow, and the backflip will send him flying past the ball. Fast will launch it above him and tap in an easy second. The backwards challenges have not looked great for anybody on the stream as of late. Have to be able to throw them out on occasion, though. Loreley up into a dribble. He's going to have to just fight Fast off of it. He lost it a little bit too soon. The only way to score was to just take the defender out of the way. And even though he doesn't get the demo, he does fight Fast up into the air in order to make a bad touch. And Loreley quick onto the recovery and side flip. That's what he's known for. Moving across the field so effortlessly. A kickoff goal and another lead for Loreley with a couple minutes left to go. Loreley not wanting to let Fast get an immediate shot. Uses his boost from the kickoff just to break up the play. And wow, a very interesting 360 fake challenge. I thought put Loreley deep out of position, but it ended up looking smart when Fast, stunned by Loreley's defensive play, just let the ball roll away from him. Fast trying to get a dribble started. It was glued to the ground. You can see that sideways touch in hopes of getting it to start bouncing and turn it into an offensive attack. But Loreley, smart to challenge before he can get it going. This high bounce. Loreley doing his best to keep Fast off the ball. This is where Fast wants to be. He likes these bounce dribbles. They get to the top of his car or a high flick. Loreley, good recovery. This is going to cost him a lot of boost, though, to get this clear off the back wall, which means he'll be forced right back into the corner. Fast. This dribble a little bit too slow. He wasn't going to be able to bump Loreley either. He just had to try and prevent an immediate counterattack. And although he seemed like he did, he is going to leave the net open. Loreley just a perfect touch with the back of his car. Fast dribbling it right up into him. 50 seconds left to go. Fast could afford to score quick here. Nice single jump to make sure he can wave dash and stay into play. Since that first touch was obviously not going to be a shot attempt, he needed to be able to get back. Loreley, early challenges. Staying, playing fast. That is when Loreley plays his best. He doesn't score this shot on net, but he doesn't really need to. I think he's just more worried about keeping the ball away from Fast, slowing Fast attack down, than risking a potential counterattack off of trying too hard to get a good shot. 10 seconds left to go. Looking like Loreley will tie up the series. Fast had such a high scoring game number one, but only finding 2 goals in this game too. Or maybe a third. Yeah, nice cut. You'll get a third. Loreley will get the win though. 1-1 in this North America versus EU matchup. Fancy defensive attempt from Loreley. Oh, by the way, it's a $30.69 prize pool. I gotta add that. Fast versus Lorley. Game number 3. The North American taking game 1. Struggling to score in game 2, though. Lorley doing a good job stopping Fast's offense before it ever got started. And this air dribble, not going to work for Fast at the start of game number 3. Lorley in the Fennec now. He has changed decals last game. He's going to change cars for game number 3. Fast. A nice 50 at midfield. Able to get the first goal, even though he floundered that immediate wall to air dribble attempt off the kickoff. Lorley a possession with low boost. A slow roll to net. Try and use that time to pick up the corner and stay on offense, but it doesn't look like he's going to be easily able to. Fast. Sending this one away. Another and a third. Fast playing well with 0 boost on his back line, but I don't think this will be the last time he has to play with 0 boost. Lorley bringing it straight to the net. Smart play to try and punish a low boost defender, but Fast doing a good job of covering it still. He's not going to be able to pick up this corner, so still Fast is operating only on the pads that Lorley leaves for him. And this time, it almost seemed like he left too much. But Lorley, quick recovery, and Fast, just by the skin of his teeth, staying in this possession, able to bump Lorley just barely. Fast, pinch high. He's going to try and turn it into an air dribble. Not the best of first touches in the world, but he'll try and make something out of it. Lorley breaks it up, but the ball bouncing in front of the net ends up not going Fast away. Fast on the goal line. Doesn't need to clear this one away. Lorley, you can see, trying to snipe Fast out of this world, but can't get either. Demo, a good backflip challenge this time, though, as he breaks up the Fast offense. Lorley, a demo. He just needs a 1-2 touch. He should be able to punish Fast for it, but a little bit too strong of a first touch, and he couldn't get back to it. The pre-flip does not beat out the spawn time. A 1-goal game right now. Literally only a single goal, not just a goal differential of 1. As we get halfway through the game, this seems like a great opportunity for Fast, though, and it is. Fast will score. Lorley cannot keep it out, not doing as effective as a job with the 0 boost defense. Not a great touch on the back wall. Did not clear it out of scoring position. In fact, really just lobbed it up to an even better spot for Fast and take a power shot and go up 2-0. Nice decision making by Lorley. You see him at that kickoff thinking about going midfield, realizing he's better off picking up the back corner and also starving Fast out. He'll have 100 and Fast will have 0, as opposed to just an even boost trade. You see him making that decision right at the right time. Cannot get around this ball to get possession, though. Fast, his pre-flip doesn't pick up 100, so Lorley with lots of space in front of him. Fast retreating with absolutely nothing, and Lorley try to get cheeky and get a late touch to the far post after faking that air roll shot to the near post. He ended up shooting wide. Lorley the demo. What a decent spawn from Fast. He is relevant in the play. He could have been put much farther away. Lorley, the flip reset shot, saved away, and he shoots wide once again. He hasn't been able to finish off these great outplays. Just keeps missing the net just barely, and Fast another 50. Lorley this time not going to commit too hard to that next touch. You see him just staying grounded, taking a soft 50, and the reason why is he wants to be able to stay on offense in case it doesn't work and just pick up the corner boost and go for another. Finally, he gets Fast to miss, but man, Fast has been playing good defense with 0 boost on his back line. trying to take a dribble out in front of net. Not often players can find a way to score off that. But Lorley not the type to back off of it. He'd rather try, see if he can hold on to possession, even as he crosses the net. A couple different backflip challenges from Lorley coming out here. He tried to finish it off, but it's not going to work. It's going to leave an open goal. I mean, hard to blame Lorley for taking a couple risks here, especially in fast half, where if one wrong 50 happens for Fast, he might be able to tie up the game. Instead, he's going to let Fast roll in an easy one on a missed challenge. 35 seconds left to go. Lorley forced off the wall by great pressure from Fast. He has just enough boost to make him do so, and just a heads-up play. Fast not letting Lorley get away with any easy possession. Even though he can't really challenge that much, he makes sure to shadow close to the ball instead of going back to his own corner. That means Lorley is forced to make that awkward pre-jump and essentially, you know, a high chance of missing in that situation. 4-1, Fast popping it over the early challenge. This will be a W for Fast. He'll go up 2-1, put himself on match point against Lorley. Could get a fifth, he will. 7 seconds left to go. Lorley put on the back foot. It's Fast trying to hold it down for North America. Lorley, a flip reset for the road. Nice shot. Great flip reset wave dash. Even Fast gonna give him the nice shot. Not gonna matter much though. The only offense Lorley can find is a useless 0-second goal. I tell you what, both these guys have had great defensive stands against each other now. Fast barely scoring in game 2, but Lorley barely scoring in game 3. Game 4. A couple great defensive stands from both these players after what I believe was a pretty high scoring game number 1. So we'll see what are we going to get in game 4. I think on top of the fact they've been playing great defense. Oh no, I was going to say they've also had a little bit of question marks on offense, because that exactly right there is what I'm talking about. Fast. I mean, I don't know. It's an open net for sure. You could argue it's maybe slightly a tough angle, but definitely Fast should hit that. He's going to throw himself in okay. And Lorley instead will go up 1-0 when it should have been definitely a Fast 1-0. In fact, make it Lorley 2-0 on a bounce dribble hook shot that Fast just cannot affect. He take a big trip out to corner boost here. He left the net so exposed. It's going to be hard to get back in time and make a real save, especially how quickly Lorley's threatening. Wait, do we suck again? Does NA suck? We haven't really made much of a comeback since the Salt Mine Atlantic Draft or Feer Fest World. Yeah, I guess Daniel... Oh yeah, Lion Blaze. I think Lion Blaze went up 2-0 on Drally, but then ended up losing. And then Daniel, he won his first round, but then lost to Jack pretty handily. No Daniel equals NA losing. In 1v1s, that has been true for the most part. Fast. Yet to find any offense so far this game. Will find his first goal here. Just under a minute off the clock. Lorley doing his best, trying to double jump to get his car on that ball. Fast, a terrible kickoff loss, but sometimes these actually end up working out and giving the player who lost the ball a possession, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm clairvoyant, but Fast, what seemed like a terrible, terrible loss, but I think players just get a little bit greedy when they see they won the kickoff so well. That, oh, this is going to be right in front of that player's net. I'm really going to put the pressure on him and try and force the issue. And it actually isn't that great of a position. Coming off the kickoff with such low boost, that defender can get back, and sometimes a 50 will pop out to midfield like it just did. And it'll be an easy counter. Fast should have a great power shot. Did not have the kind of power that I think he wanted on it. A little bit too easy to save. In fact, so easy, Lorley will be quickly into a shot of his own. Fast trying to get a low 50, and Lorley just awkwardly landing as he challenged this ball. This challenge isn't that bad. The problem is the fact that he rolls on the ball there at the end, and that just takes him even farther out of position and cannot recover well enough to stay in the play. You still feel like Daniel in the Feer Fest looked not like his usual self. To be fair, the Feer Fest was already when Daniel was kind of coming off of his hard ones grind. If you guys remember, which I'm sure people who did watch Feer Fest know, we had a hard time getting Daniel's games even. He was like not showing up to his scheduled times. We really had to pull his teeth to get him to play for a bit. So I think he was already not feeling ones quite so much. Not to make excuses for North America or for Daniel though. At the end of the day, the final was EU versus EU. Or I guess technically MENA. Now Northern Africa has been, you know, kind of grouped in with the Middle East, so it was EU versus MENA. Nice shot by Fast. You remember Daniel and Jack's chat after that expressing his boredom of the game? Yeah, that I think he had already said that basically multiple times before he ended up losing that series. I will die on the hill of when Daniel, around the time when Daniel played Khaled and Chorias, that he was #1. May have been a brief moment, but a precious moment for us North Americans. Fast deciding not to keep that possession going into the corner. Saw Lorley was likely going to be able to beat him there, take the boost, probably take possession, so just cut it back to his own side. Although he's struggling to hold on to it right now. In fact, the poor 50, and if I for a second there actually thought he recovered it. I was like, no way. He's actually doing a pretty good job of hovering in front of this ball in front of the net when he really should have been completely nowhere near the play. You think Joyas was on prime Daniel's level? Besides that, yeah, probably they did tie. Yeah, they did tie. So, you know, maybe not. Maybe there's a little bit of bias. It's tough because not only do they tie, but Joyas gets worse East ping than Daniel does EU ping. So that ping matchup favors Daniel. Or a great side flip shot inside the far post. Oh, that's right. Ashley was potentially interested in playing again. He just asked me if I'm still going. I don't know if we can run 4 matches, but maybe. Fast. Faking the touch back into his own corner. I assume faking because there's a possibility he doesn't want to clear it back, but he could have gotten away with clearing it back as well. Both these guys swinging around the ball a couple times before Fast gets some open field. Playing for behind in the final minute. Fast wanting to end it here in Game 4, I'm sure. Orly interested in sending it to a Game 5 to take the $30. Fast. Air dribble and a 6th. Orly shadow challenging, and Fast just rolls it at him slow, and this is honestly a pretty great shot attempt. It feels so easy, you know, but we've seen top players use it all the time. If you have somebody shadowing directly in front of you, which means they basically have no way to touch the ball with the nose of their car, they're not going to be able to turn left or right in order to clear it away. They're forced to go backwards. It does frequently result in like a really soft clear like we just saw from Lorley, and it leaves open the opportunity for a continuation play by the offense to expose the defender, and that's exactly what Fast does. Fast, open field. He's trying to score this as slow as possible because with 30 seconds left, his 1-goal lead could be very precious if there were less time on the clock. Fast. Wave dash. He's going to try and carry this away. I think he was looking to get a dribble away from Lorley's half, but he just could not get around it. 15 seconds left to go. Stuck in net with nothing, and a little bit too passive of play. I think Fast ultimately put himself in this situation because he was trying to play that possession game instead of just playing normal ones. It resulted in Lorley being able to take that uncontested start to his setup. Lorley off the sidewall. Can he get one past Fast? He can't. Fast might have one more opportunity. This is a great lob for him. Neither one of these two have a lot of boost. Or what am I talking about? Lorley flies basically to the ceiling, so maybe he did have some. Oh, wait. A catch from Lorley. It's not over. Oh, never mind. It is. 7-7 overtime. Fast, if he scores, can take the series here on EU servers against Lorley. Lorley trying to force game number 5. Lorley, a nice flick above. Is he going to go for the tight angle? Oh, the bounce off the post was not in his favor. It's back towards Fast. Fast pre-jumped this and got away with it. Wow. What great coverage. Somehow able to get the low 50 as well. Lorley, though, the ceiling shot. Fast with no boost. He cannot get down fast enough. He was going to need more if he wanted to get back in the way of this shot. Lorley slamming it to the ground and forcing a game 5 as he takes game number 4 in overtime. North America versus EU. Not over yet. You should ask Jack because it's a content machine. Here's the thing about Jack is Jack, he'll make his own content. He'll do a one thing, but I won't even need to be in it. Lorley versus Fast. If you don't ask, you don't get it. You're not wrong, Ashley. You got to understand that I have been asking people, I've been doing a lot of 1v1, asking as of late while RLCS has been going on. For the most part, players have been much less interested, so I've gotten beaten down a little bit, trying to gauge the interest. And I don't want to spam people, have them be like, hey man, can you stop bugging me? But you're not wrong, you're not wrong. Maybe these players are just waiting to get some content going. I do think it's got to be so fun, man. I've been starting to see stuff on Twitter for the players showing up in Sweden and hanging out. And I've had kind of like a similar team environment thing in college. I played Ultimate Frisbee, as cool as that sounds. But the point is, it was like a club sport in college. And just going to tournaments and hanging out with your buds is already so fun. And those are people that I see all the time in person. These guys are meeting each other for the first time, and they're playing on a huge stage with huge crowd. It's got to be so fun to see each other and hang out at Sweden. There's just... everybody's got to be riding quite the high, I imagine. Lorley's going to score first in this game 5 as he taps it over Fast on the side wall. Ashley, Feer built this channel on cold calling top 100 players off the rank ladder. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought they were telling me that Ashley did that. No, I did that. Yeah, I definitely have done a lot of asking. I've gotten told no far more times than I've been told yes. Lorley, a great lob of a flick. He's going to put Fast in a tough spot and then force him to use every last bit of boost to clear this away, but Fast doing a good job getting a shot attempt out of it. It might not matter, though, because Lorley, we're going to go up 2-0 after taking it right back the other way. That is the benefit. All of that comes down to a couple shots ago. You might forget. But because Lorley flicked that so well, forcing all of Fast boost to be used to make the clear means on offense he's going to be stuck with nothing and forced to make that little bit of an extra trip out to the back corner, which is all Lorley needs to strike across the whole field. Go up 2-0, make it 3-0. Fast. Gotta be hurting right now. So close to finishing it in 4 games. Instead, Lorley taking it in overtime, going up 3-0 with, luckily, a lot of time left on the clock. Fast needing to keep his mind right. He's going to try a delayed kickoff. But these are the tests, man. We have been putting Fast through the ringer. I tell you what, we have, offered up Fast such an array of competition. We are trying to trial by fire him ever since he joined the top 100, he's now in the top 10. Don't get me wrong, still mostly up to him, who playing, you know, a bunch of ranked on his own time. He's moved his way to the top 10. He's the one grinding the game. We just watch him play. But we have tried our best to give him loads of competition to test his skills against. And right now, this is another test. Down 4-0. Mentally a tough game to hold on to after being so close to winning the series. Can he stay in it and finish it off? He's got half a game. He's scored more than 5 goals in half a game, probably earlier in this exact series. As long as he keeps his mind right, he can easily bring it back. Lorley, interesting defense, and Fast, I think, getting a little bit lucky here. Missed execution. This would have been really frustrating if he ended up not scoring. And if Lorley doesn't take that jump and instead stays grounded, he gets that clear easily. But Fast will get his first. He breaks the seal on this game number 5. Fast. The placement is perfect. Lorley covers it both times, though. You can't blame Fast for trying to force that one in. Lorley playing on 0 boost. Playing quickly. Fast. Smart play. Just slow it down and cut it towards the side of the field where he can get a solo possession instead of tapping it immediately to the corner that Lorley's already in. Lorley is just playing like a maniac, though. Up to challenge these balls quickly in the corner. Wants to get this ball out of the orange half as soon as possible. He might be able to get a cut and shot here. Fast, good recovery. Not the first time that these guys have overshot the tight angles. Oh, Fast, you're basically own goaling here. You're going to have a hard time evading Lorley, but he does. So he knows what he's doing. That touch, though, not great. Don't think he needed to get up in the air to affect that play. Instead, he just kind of tapped it right onto Lorley and let Lorley have a possession you didn't need to have. Fast from the back corner, high. Can he bait Lorley into making a bad challenge on the side wall? Lorley faking a couple different backwards challenges, and Fast booming the power shot from too far away. Lorley going to be able to easily save it. Now Fast having to play defense on the goal line once again, and that's just not what he needs to be doing right now. He needs a goal basically every 10 seconds. And he definitely doesn't need to get scored on. 6-1. Lorley staying alive late in game 4 and then dominating game 5. Looking like he will come out on top in this North America versus EU matchup. But I tell you what, Fast not giving up exactly like he shouldn't. You never know how many kickoff goals can go in his way. We will see if he mixes it up at all. Will he just continue to run the same exact kickoff and try and win it? Or will he do a few delays? We saw him delay one earlier. He actually bumped Lorley out of the way. So this is going to be another really good opportunity where he's got Lorley on the back line. Fast flicks high, a third. I tell you what, there might be an outside shot, but right now, Fast doing what he needs to do to work his way back in this 28 seconds. So what is he going to do on a diagonal kickoff? I don't know if he has time to afford to fake, because even if Lorley falls for the fake, possession would take too long. So he is going to attack and challenge. He wins it to Lorley's half. Trying to be patient. I mean, he wants to go as quick as possible, but there's no reason to go fast if you're not going to get a goal from it. There's a fourth. Fast refuses to give up. 11 seconds left to go. Another diagonal kickoff. I think Fast needed something other than a diagonal. The diagonals are much harder to get those instant goals off of. Lorley instead should get a 7th here. You cannot blame Fast for trying to wave dash and stay in it. He pulled it out as far as he possibly could. 4 seconds left to go. 3 goals. The only way that happens is if Lorley legitimately just decides he wants to let Fast score chip shots. And even then, it might not be enough time. So Lorley going to take the best of 5. EU taking down NA in this matchup. GG's though. A good fight from Fast, who was certainly playing on the away servers. Lorley with 60 ping. Fast with somewhere between 80 and 110, it seemed like, throughout the game. GG's though. Lorley gets the dub.